How did you last long with Sam?
No, because that guy wasn't respectful.
He
I
wasn't
only like to
responsible.
talk. I only like to talk with respectful people.
I think Sam is
And
a
to be honest with you,
Sam is a hard one.
you're
If you're
pretty
playing game,
respectful, so I don't mind.
I'm just smoother than Sam. That's all. He
Okay,
just
okay,
he needs to learn from me in that way.
okay. Okay, ready for the response? Chapter 12, verse 111.
Sure.
So right after I finished talking to you last time, I actually talked with one of my friends about this thing. I asked him, to help me out on what this is. When it says it's an explanation of everything, he said it's an explanation of everything in the natural world. So anything that's like what's around us basically is explained in the Quran. That's what it means, an explanation for everything.
Got it. So that also includes what the Quran talks about, right?
It's the opposite. It's the opposite. Everything that's around us is included in the Quran. It's not everything in the Quran is talking is detailed explanation. It's the opposite of what you were saying.
You mean it's the opposite of what the verse says?
No, the verse says it's an explanation of everything. It's not everything in the Quran. It's everything in the natural world.
Okay. So it
In other words,
so it has nothing to do with what the Quran says. It's everything to do with everything outside the Quran. It's a detailed explanation of everything outside the Quran.
The Quran has detailed explanation of everything in the natural world. Yes.
Okay. All right, let's test
And
this out.
I can even test it out. Yeah, I can even test it out with some verses.
I want to test it out too.
Go ahead. Do you want me to start or you want to start?
I want to start. Okay. How old is the universe?
How old is the universe?
Mm-hmm. You should be able to get that from the Quran because it's detailed explanation of everything about the natural world. So,
that's a good one. Even us, we don't know. Even us, we don't know. Humanity.
Yeah, so what? God's supposed to know, right? The Quran is from God, and it's a detailed explanation about the whole natural world.
Good point. Anyway. Okay, and another interpretation I got.
Wait. So is that first interpretation false now? We scratching that off?
Okay. You proved it false. Another interpretation I got because I asked many people. All right. So it was just one or two people. Another interpretation I got. Where it says all things, it does not mean everything. So we can prove.
Oh wait.
I can explain.
When it says all, it don't mean all, huh?
Yeah, I explain where they get this from.
Yeah, go ahead. Bring it down.
Okay. All right. So I'll give you an example of verse that says "kulli shay" means everything. Chapter 46, verse 25. So it says, it's talking about like one of the groups of people that were destroyed because
I know. And it talks about destroying their houses, right?
Yeah, and it says everything was destroyed, but it doesn't mean everything in the world was destroyed. It just means everything in the civilization was destroyed. But yet that verse says everything. So in that verse, we could clearly see that everything here is not literally meaning everything, and we can use that same logic for chapter 12, verse 1.
Nope.
Why not?
Nope. I'll tell you why. Because in chapter 46, verse 25, it qualifies it. What do I mean by that? It tells you what it's talking about. So, look, it says, destroying everything by the... Now, we already know the context is talking about those particular people that's being destroyed. We don't got to waste time reading the previous verses. Mm-hmm. So, in context, it's talking about this particular civilization. And in this particular civilization, it says in verse 46, verse 25, destroying... Let me put it on the screen too so we all see it.
Yeah.
Destroying everything by the command of its Lord, so they became such that nothing could be seen except their dwellings.
Mm-hmm.
So their dwellings wasn't destroyed, but everything else was.
Right. Let's go to the context of chapter 12, verse 111, because it has a context too. Let's read just the beginning.
111 is about it's about the Quran.
It's about the stories of the prophets. Read the beginning portion of the verse. The beginning portion.
No worries. Let's go with that. That in the beginning of the verse, it says, in their stories is a lesson for men of understanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's go with that the Quran, in regards to the stories of the previous prophets, is not a fabrication. It's a detailed explanation of everything. It's a guidance and a mercy for those who believe.
Right.
And a confirmation of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about the stories of the previous prophets.
That's right.
That would include Adam, right?
Adam, yeah, that would include Adam. Yeah.
Who's his wife? What was her name?
What's his name? Hawa? Yeah, Eve.
Where do you get that from? You don't get that from the Quran.
Okay, again. The Quran has context. So when it says an explanation of all things about the stories of the prophets, again, the Quran says to basically follow Allah and the Prophet. We don't follow the Quran alone.
I'm sorry. Does it say that Muhammad is an explanation of all things, or that the Quran itself is an explanation of all things regarding the story?
It does not say the Quran itself. It doesn't say itself.
So what is it talking about?
It's talking about the Quran and the Hadith.
Wait, in 12:111, what does it say is a detailed explanation of all things?
I need a refresher. Hang on.
Okay, no worries. We could look at the verse again.
Yeah.
In the Arabic, it says it, but we know what the it is.
Yeah. Well, I can argue it could be referring to the Quran and Hadith, but
no, you can't.
Okay, so you think it's the Quran only, basically, right? You believe it's the Quran only referring in this verse.
I mean, it's not a forged hadith. What's not a forged hadith?
The Quran.
A confirmation of what came before it.
By the way, it's not talking about the Bible. It's not talking about the Bible.
No worries. Well, whatever. But the Quran, right? It's a confirmation of what came before it. A detailed explanation of everything. And a guidance and a mercy. It's not the hadith. That's talking about the Quran itself.
Okay.
All right. Now, so that means.
But it's talking about. Wait. Let me go back to the beginning of the verse. Okay.
Okay.
It says, there are lessons from the stories of the prophets. So so let's go back. Maybe it doesn't talk about everything about the stories of the prophets, but maybe it talks about the lessons from the stories of the prophets.
No, it doesn't say it's a detailed explanation of all the stories. It says it's a detailed explanation of everything. So if you want to say everything,
but you have to read the context from the beginning of the verse.
It has to be about the stories of the prophets, not just their lessons in them.
No, but I'm saying the lessons in them are a part of the story.
I agree. It'll include the lessons. It'll include the details of who they were, who their wives were, who their sons were, where they were.
But it's not the story of them. That's just the story of
that is their story. What are you talking about? You mean to tell me that somebody's
if I make a story, like a biography of something, I would talk about the most important things of their lives.
That's you. Unfortunately, it says in their stories, the stories of the prophets, their stories includes their wives.
How do you know that? How do you know?
I
know all the prophets.
When talking about the story of Adam, is his wife mentioned?
No. But it doesn't need to be.
Stop. Think about this. I'm gonna give you a second to think.
Oh yeah. Okay. Story of Adam. It's not mentioned by name, but it's mentioned in the Quran.
I understand. Is his wife part of the story?
As a side character, yes.
Okay. So she's part of the story. And does the Quran give you the details about his wife?
I'm saying it doesn't need to.
I didn't ask if it needs to. I'm asking, does it? Does it give? Okay. So if the Quran is a detailed explanation of everything regarding their stories of the prophets, that means that it'll include the details of the wives mentioned. If it leaves that out, then it's not a detailed explanation of everything regarding their stories. It's missing details.
I'm saying, why would it need to give detailed stories?
Because it made the claim that it's a detailed explanation of everything, not some things, everything. So if you're trying to put it in the pocket of or under the umbrella of the stories of the prophets, I can work with you on that. So regarding the stories of the prophets, the Quran is a detailed explanation of everything regarding the stories of the prophets. If it's lacking details, then that's a contradiction. And this verse is wrong. Make sense?
Okay, so there was a third interpretation that I heard. Okay,
So is
this
the
interpretation.
is the second interpretation wrong?
Okay, let's drop the second interpretation. Let's go to the third one that I
All
heard.
right, here, third one's the charm.
Third one's the charm. Let's go to chapter 3, verse 7, because you said you tried to make a contradiction out of it. Let's go to chapter 3, verse 7. All right. So it says the people who disbelieve, they follow the similar verses or the unclear verses. I'll say similar verses. And then it says, no one knows but Allah. Here's a problem. After but Allah, they put a period next to it. They should continue the sentence, but Allah and the people of knowledge. Because in the Arabic, you can put it both ways in the Arabic.
I got you. So you want to go with the interpretation that not only does Allah know the true meaning of those similar kind of unclear verses,
but the people of knowledge.
So do the people of knowledge have that same knowledge that Allah has.
Exactly, because it says وَمَا يَعْلَمُ تَأْوِيلَهُ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. You can continue the sentence إِلَّا اللَّهِ وَالرَّاسِخُونَ فِي الْعِلْمِ, and the people of knowledge. So you can continue the sentence.
Okay.
But some translations they make a mistake and put like a period after except Allah.
No worries. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. Okay.
Okay.
How does this help? How does this solve the problem? How does this solve the contradiction?
Because you said the contradiction is between this verse and, for example, chapter 12, verse 111, where you said
that it's a detailed explanation of all things, while that verse says
and then you said there are verses that are unclear, so it's a contradiction. But I'm saying the unclear verses, you said nobody except Allah knows the meaning of them. But here I'm telling you no. If you continue the sentence, you can make it except Allah and the people of knowledge.
I got you. So what do the people of knowledge say Alif Lam Mim means?
Some of them say Allah lahul mulk or Allah lahul malik.
You laughed at this. You laughed at this when we talked about this last time. You laughed at their
yeah, but I'm saying well, it's just
now you're not laughing at them now. Now they got the truth.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Allah lahul mulk. What's the problem? No, wallah, I heard this online before. Wallah,
I know, and you laughed at this, bro. How do you expect me to take it serious when you didn't take it serious? Now you're trying to argue because it's your last chance. So now you're trying to, give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, yep, see, Allah, Mark, what'd you say?
I feel bad. I shouldn't have laughed at them.
No, you should have, because it made no sense. It's silly. They're just making stuff up. You're right to laugh at them. You're absolutely right.
How do you know?
On what basis are they coming up with the meaning of what Alif Lam Mim is? Because other scholars say something
Again, the verse by itself, chapter 3, verse 7. No one knows the meaning except Allah. So maybe Allah taught these people the knowledge of.
Right. So if Allah taught these people the knowledge, then they would have the same knowledge, right?
Yeah.
So why do they all differ?
Where does it say they differ?
You admitted that they have different interpretations on what that means, bro. Meaning that they don't all have the same knowledge. They're conflicting with each other. And you want me to believe that Allah gave them this? So Allah gave this person that knowledge, gave him another knowledge, and the knowledges conflict. And that's all Allah's doing. He's just sitting back and saying cinema.
Sorry, what's the last part you said? Sorry, I had background noise.
Basically, that Allah is giving people different knowledge that conflicts on the same verse.
So if remember I told you they're abbreviating it differently. What alif lam mim means, they're abbreviating it differently. Maybe all of them are right. Maybe all of them are right.
Well, come on, brother. Come on, brother. There's only one meaning to what that is, not 600 different meanings that conflict. Come on, bro. This doesn't work, man. The scholars don't know what Alif Lam Mim is. They don't know what these letters mean, bro, or words or whatever they're supposed to be.
Again, there's different groups of scholars that have different interpretations.
I know, which means that not even the scholars know the correct interpretation because they all differ on it. Make sense?
Yes. But how does that solve the problem with chapter 12, verse 111?
It doesn't. The problem is still there. The problem is that according to the Quran, it's supposed to be a detailed explanation of everything. Yet it has verses that are not explained. So that's the contradiction. Like let's even scratch. Let's say 3:7 never even conflicted with 12:111. Let's say
okay.
Right? Let's just say that it never conflicted. It's pretty consistent with it. That doesn't change the contradiction that the Quran has, that it claims to be a detailed explanation of everything while still having verses that are not explained.
But if chapter 3, verse 7 never existed, how would that still be a contradiction? Wait. Let me think back to what you just said.
Let me say it again. I'll say it again.
Okay.
Right? The Quran cannot be a detailed explanation of everything and at the same time have verses that are not explained. You understand? So regardless of what 3:7 says, right? Let's imagine that I never went to chapter 3, verse 7 to show the contradiction.
Okay.
Let's imagine I never went there. I'm just showing the Quran period has a problem. It claims to be a detailed explanation of everything. However, there are verses within the Quran that are not explained. They're unclear. So that's the contradiction.
And then the last thing I heard, somebody told me.
So wait, is the third one out?
Yeah, this is the last one for chapter 12, verse 111.
All right, last one.
Okay, this one I heard the explanation of everything. They said it is an explanation of everything, but there are more things yet to be discovered in the Quran. So the Quran
is so it's not an explanation of everything.
No, so because he went to chapter 18, verse 109 to prove his point.
Will those things be discovered in the Quran or outside the Quran?
They're not going to be discovered, period. Go to chapter 18, verse 109.
All right, chapter 18, verse 109. And who's giving you this?
A friend of mine, just a random friend of mine that goes to my local mosque.
Okay, is he older than you?
Yeah, like...
he's a grown man?
Yeah. I go with him to martial arts.
Nice. All right, so chapter 18, verse 109. Okay, say, if the sea were ink for the words of my Lord, surely the sea would be exhausted before the words of my Lord would be finished, even if we brought another sea like it for its aid.
Yes, so he's using that to justify chapter 12, verse 111.
How?
Because the Quran, it's so great that some of the verses, like that it's an explanation of everything, but Allah's words are so great. There are just some things that are endless. Like I said, the Quran is endless, you know?
It doesn't say the Quran is endless. It says Allah's words are endless.
Allah's words is the Quran. For example,
it's not just the Quran, though.
How can you prove it's not just the Quran?
Brother, the Torah, Gospel, the Psalms, Abraham scriptures, these are all words of Allah, right?
Not what you have today.
I'm not saying what I have today, just simply just from what the Quran says. The Torah, Psalms, Gospel, Quran. These are all words of Allah, right?
Yeah.
And then he also decrees things that aren't necessarily in the Quran or whatever, but he decrees things and says things that are not necessarily, like, even, for example, you have the Hadith that has revelations from Allah, right?
Only 40. Only 40.
All right, so you got about 40 revelations, right, of Allah's words. So it's not just the Quran. It's talking about Allah's words in general. His words are endless. They're infinite.
No, but he's putting the Quran into this endlessness. It's not like the Quran is a part of Allah's endless words.
Yeah, the Quran is a part of Allah's endless words.
Yeah.
From what I heard, the Quran is going to end one day. Have you heard that same thing?
I heard in paradise Muslims are allowed to read the Quran. Like I heard there's like a hadith where it says, like in paradise. I don't know if it's authentic or not, but somebody told me paradise. You know, the people are gonna be together, and then you know, Allah is gonna be reading for them Surah Rahman. I don't know.
Are you laughing?
No, it's just I heard it from some random source.
But you're laughing at it.
No, I think that's the background noise I have in my room.
Nah,
Sorry.
you laughed, bro. You chuckled. I feel like you kind of know that this religion is done for.
No, it's not done for. It's not done for.
Okay. Well, what do you think about this? Are you familiar with the Quran verse that says that everything in existence is going to be wiped away, and going to pass away when all that's left is Allah's face?
You're talking about chapter 28, verse 88.
I think so. I don't remember the verse, but that's good on you to remember that.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
This is talking about I believe before the day of judgment. I think there's even a hadith that talks about
So doesn't that mean that the Quran's going to pass away too? Because the only thing that's going to be left is Allah's face.
The Quran is an attribute of Allah.
And
So
everything will perish except His face.
I believe it's
okay. So the Quran's going to perish one day.
But since the Quran is Allah's speech, Allah can recreate it at any time. So
you're right. But do you see what I'm saying? That's the point. The point is that it's not the Quran that's endless. It's Allah's words that are endless. And He can make another Quran if He wanted with His endless words.
That's true.
It's about His words, not the Quran itself, is my point.
Uh-huh.
Now, even with this, it doesn't solve the problem that the Quran claims to be a detailed explanation of everything, but some of its verses are unexplained.
No, that's not. I think what he's trying to say is Allah's wait, hang on. It's an explanation of everything. Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't. I need to do some. I need to find a fifth or sixth reason.
There is no there is no fifth or sixth reason, man. It's over. Just admit that I fulfilled the challenge and you have to leave Islam today. You should have left last
year. You did not. Okay.
I did. You said I did.
Can you go back to the first challenge about
No, you said I completed it.
Can we go back to that first challenge about
No, you're supposed to leave Islam now.
Listen. Let's go back to the one that you said about Umar ibn Khattab.
Let me tell you something.
Listen. Let's go back to the Umar ibn Khattab challenge that you brought up, right?
No. You already said that
I want to address that one too.
All right. So at least for now, can we admit that at least for now, there's a contradiction in the Quran?
I just need to do more research. So.
Right, but as for now,
right? But it's not definitive.
It is definitive, brother. You tried everything, and one thing I want to do is I want to give you props because you genuinely tried. Like you went and you asked somebody more knowledgeable, multiple people. It sounds like,
yeah.
And you got these different answers. You remembered them. I don't know if did you write them down?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you just remembered them.
Very, very, very good memory.
You do, for remembering verses like this, because I didn't even remember this verse, and you was like, 2888. So you got a good memory. But I want to give you props. You went You researched, you asked, and you brought the answers back that you thought were possibilities. And you were like, okay, let's see what he says to this. And you see, and you're being honest, that none of these explanations work. I love your honesty. Do not change for me, Jobber.
I'm not.
Okay?
I have
Don't
to be
change.
genuine.
Okay. So,
Okay.
if you're being genuine, we have to acknowledge the Quran has a contradiction, at least for what we see right now.
For now.
Okay. All right. Look.
Now let's go to the Umar al Khattab thing, right?
I don't have time. I'm at the 3-hour mark. I gotta go.
Oh.
But I'll be live again.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question before I leave. Let me ask you a question before I leave.
Okay.
Do you know any other Christians that use StreamYard? Because I don't have TikTok nor Discord. Do you know any other Christians that use StreamYard?
Are you trying to go to battle with them? You trying to go? You want the smoke, huh? You want the smoke, bro? Oh, nah, because I'm gonna be, if I see you on somebody else's panel, I'm gonna be a little jealous, man.
You can come up on stream too, you know.
I'm gonna be like, man, that's my guy. Like, he's supposed to be on my stream, you know.
The only reason why I picked you is because you're the only one that I know on StreamYard. Everybody else is on TikTok.
I'm just the only one around. Huh? So man, look, okay, I'm gonna give you some names.
I'm listening.
If they,
I'm banned from Sam Shamoon, so I can't go to him.
Okay, no Sam Shamoon. If they disrespect you and if they're rude to you in any way, let me know. I'm gonna handle them. You got me?
Okay, so Sam Shamoon is already on the list.
All right, I'm gonna handle Sam. Okay, but all right. So you got King Silv.
How do you spell it?
SILV.
Okay, got it. Okay,
King Silv. You also got the word and I. So it's the word
and I.
The and symbol, or is it? Does he spell it out on here? I'm not confused. Does the word and I spell out the word and on his channel, or does? Let me just check. I don't know how I'm doing this. Let me just check. Hold on. Let me just check.
And by the way, all these channels use StreamYard, correct?
Huh? Yeah, they all use StreamYard. Yeah, they all use StreamYard. So, okay. So the word and I, it's spelled and. So the word and I, no space. All one thing.
All one word. Okay.
He's actually gonna be live soon. Jai and DOC. So I'm gonna put it on the screen. They actually show it like.
Is it
like,
2 channels or 1?
It's one channel. It's a husband and a wife, but they're like young like me.
Jai and DOC.
JAI.
Space. Space and space DOC.
Yep.
Okay.
And DOC Reloaded.
Reloaded. Interesting.
Their first channel got canceled because there was a Muslim woman that gave them false copyright strikes. I know. Jai and DOC. Who else am I leaving out, y'all? Word, King Silv, Jai and DOC. Maverick was just here. Maverick, I don't know if Maverick uses StreamYard. I don't think he uses StreamYard. Rob Christian uses StreamYard? Does Rob let up guests? Rob be on TikTok. Nick. Oh yeah, it's Nick. Let me. Oh no, his YouTube channel is
Fearless Truth, correct?
Yeah.
I tried, but it's not StreamYard. It's some different website. I don't know the name. It's like
Really?
I don't know if it's some other website. I think it's like
probably
OBS or something.
OBS. Yeah, you probably.
Yeah. It doesn't work. Like, I guess there's like some, I don't know, something you have to do to get in. For example, like StreamYard, I can hear you. There, I couldn't hear him. So I tried.
All right. And then you got GodLogic 2.0.
He uses StreamYard?
Yes, he uses my same StreamYard account.
Okay, because one time I tried jumping on and I couldn't stay for long, so I had to leave. But then when I tried joining again, he took down the link.
Yeah. Go ahead and cook them, man.
All right.
Yep. All right. That's good.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Have fun. Don't embarrass me, man. I'm sending you to these people. So
No.
don't.
I'm not gonna embarrass anyone.
All right, go cook them, man. Go to work.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, see you later.
See you later, Jobber.